my husband and I had to sit down and say, like, do we take like some of her dance classes off, And then she, of course, no, I love it. That's what brings me happiness. That's what brings me joy. As a parent, you're like, I don't want to take that away, but like school's really important. So we kept trying to find things that would work to find that balance. And for our family, we decided to go to a different school that had a different structural approach so that she didn't have as they're more of a like you only have homework if you don't get your work done in school. And that might not be for everyone, but because our child, like the extracurricular part was really important for her and brought her so much joy, we needed to find a balance so she wasn't going to sleep at 11 o'clock at night and waking up at 6 a.m. every day, day after day after day, and having the anxiety of like, I never have enough time, the pressure building, and that really worked for us. And now we're kind of just taking things like year by year, like, let's see how this year goes, and being open to the fact that we might change it the next year, that we don't always have to like have like a set plan of what like our child's academic life or extracurricular life or social life or whatever is going to be. We can take it like year by year, and that sometimes makes it more manageable.
Right, absolutely. And so I hear, so one example that Bethany was sharing is just one accommodation that we could do as far as compromising to find that balance is if you have the opportunity, and if it works for your family, looking at is the school requirements or the school policies or
Right for my
expectations a
child
good fit for my
and
child?
our family, because that's another thing. Like, depending on your family dynamics and like where you work, what times you work, if there's a busing system, like not all families are able to go to those schools because they're like, we need a bus to take our child to school. I have to be at work at 7 a.m., and they don't have a bus. So, and maybe you don't have friends that you can carpool with, but I would definitely advise you to, I always say like turning over like every rock, like leave no rock unturned, do the research, find out. Don't just say, oh, well, my mom friend or, told me this or that. Like actually call around and find out. And that, because that's what we did. We called around, we set up interviews with schools, weighed our options, looked at our work schedules. What could we do? Where could we pull back? Where could she pull back? We did take her out of like a couple of her dance classes too, again, and we explained to her that we could always add them back, but like, let's see how this goes. You have to be willing to have those conversations, and really, really look into everything and find the best possible structured situation for your family dynamics. Because if not, you keep trying to push your child into what you think they're supposed to do with school and extracurricular, and you're just going to get a kid who's burnt out by the time they're 12 years old.
Right. Absolutely.
If not sooner.
Right.
My child was a little bit younger than that. She was 9 when this started happening.